Alright, so when we left off in part 31, we were looking at an item here called image size. And what image size does is it gets passed when our CMS when you upload images to our CMS, it crops them and resizes them into various sizes. By default, you get these first three: thumbnail, medium, large, and original. And the other three are custom. Now, the way you add them is you go to our theme menu here, which is the HBGS settings, and you click custom image sizes. When you come to this page, it'll look like this. And you click custom image sizes, and you give it a name like, you know, really big and square. And so then you give it 400 by 400. And if you want it to force it to be exactly 400 by 400, you click force crop. If you don't want it to be exactly 400 by 400, like, for example, if you upload a photo that is 400, if you upload a photo that is 500 by 600, it'll end up being like 400 by 525. It won't. It will go until one of the sides is down to 400 and keep the aspect ratio. Force crop will shrink it down as close as it can get to that aspect ratio and crop it the rest of the way. So that's what that does. So basically, that's what the image source does. I wanted to take a look at some of the other widgets we've added here. So we saw the slider widget. Now I want to take a look at this query widget. And actually, the slider widget is a parent of the, a child of the query widget. A query widget is more general. So it has a lot of the same options that we saw above. One crucial thing that I want to focus on here is this template. It lets you pick a template. You see there's a number in here that you can choose from. Really, there's probably too many. By the way, the reason that you can't choose a template for sliders is because it forces you to pick this slider.php. There's probably too many in here. We've over the years we've added some templates there that don't probably need to be in there because they're flexible enough you get what you want. So basically, if you look, you can look in the code at the templates. Right here, I have the template callout.php open, and you can see here's a lot of stuff going on, but it basically just lays out something pretty much pretty basic to see the data as HTML. So if you want to pass something extra into, if you're a template writer, if you're writing a template here and you want to pass something in extra here, you can pass in like a template parameter here, and that's what template parameters do. This one actually doesn't have any template parameters, so I'm going to open one up that does. I think Slider has a, yes, template parameters. So that basically is, we're passing a media columns template parameter. So if you go back up to our slider here, excuse me, if you go down, I'll show you with that actually in there. If you go to our calls to action query widget and you span it down, you'll see content columns is a template parameter. And if you look in here in, I think, let's see what template does this use, callout.php. So if you look in here, you should see something called template parameter. I think you should. Yes, template parameters, content columns. So whatever you put in there is passed to the template and echoed out right there. I think that's pretty much it, actually, in terms of what's going on here. We really did a lot of stuff, but a lot of it was just CSS work. Now, again, looking at these templates, a lot of time in our CSS or in our content management system, you'll get a lot of stuff you just don't need. Like, for example, we didn't need this these two things right here. This read more button and this more area here. So in our CSS, in our widget area here, we just did display none. We just hit it. So you're going to get a lot of stuff that you don't actually need. And so don't worry about it. Don't go in there and start changing code. Just use CSS to hide what you don't want. Same thing goes for positioning elements. You know, use CSS, use positioning, use margins. Put it where you need to go. You don't need to open up code for anything with this content management system. So that's pretty much it for our front page. The only thing left now is we're going to create some inside pages, some posts, and some like contact us pages, and then we're going to activate all the plugins, or not all of the plugins. Some of the plugins come with our content management system, depending on our needs. And then we'll be wrapped up, and we'll have a live working site. Nothing to it, right? Just about 2 days of work, and if I hadn't done all these screencasts, it'd be about a day and a half of work. So I look forward to wrapping this up, and talk to you next time.